Hey guys, welcome back to another Virgo Girl recommendation. And today we're going to be talking about a movie, or actually, I'm sorry, a series that I'm watching. It's on Showtime, and it's about a power country couple, Tammy Wynette and George Jones. Now, this story has everything that you're looking for when it comes to an exciting documentary type series. It is based on a true story, so it's good. It's really, really good. So this guy, George Jones, well, let me start off with saying I'm not familiar with George Jones or Tammy Wynette, but in watching this, I found out that they are huge icons in the country music industry, country music genre. And back then, this was like a long time ago, and that's why I say I'm not really familiar with them. It was like a lot before my time, but they do have, well, Tammy does have a song that is kind of like a classic. Well, that is not kind of like, but that is a classic that I'm familiar with. It's Stand By Your Man. I've heard that song before, so I am familiar with that song, but I was not familiar with their story and about everything that happened with them and all of that. So that's all new to me. So I'm very happy to bring this to you guys, and hopefully you will enjoy it too. So sorry about the whining of my dog. He is being silly because he couldn't get to me, but all right. Just ignore it. It's over now. But at any rate, so we have Tammy Wynette. She was like, let's see, how is the best way to describe her? First of all, shout out to Jessica Chastain. She is a phenomenal actress. I really enjoy her. I did a video on The Good Nurse, and she was in that movie as well. She's actually a really good actress. But at any rate, so Tammy Wynette is the character that she's playing. This lady is a country music singer, but her background is pretty interesting. Just like how they kind of tell like how she came to be a country music singer, like some of the things she went through with the men in Nashville and how they treated her and like basically disrespected her and expected her to do things before they would like sign her. And you can just about imagine, way back then. I think this was like in the 60s, late 50s, early 60s when they like first started, or when she first started. Now, during this time, she met George Jones, who was already older, and he had already been in the music industry. As a matter of fact, when she met him, it's like his career was like starting to decline, and she didn't have a career, but as soon as her and, they kind of like linked up, her career just shot off out into the stratosphere. She started winning Oscars, not Oscars, but Grammys, and just, #1 hits all over the place. And it just shows like their dynamic. Now, when I tell you they had an explosive relationship, it was like when it was good, but oh my God, when it was bad, it was bad. Like this is like some of the worst domestic issues that I've seen. I mean, it was really bad, like how he treated her and some of the things that he did. And I don't want to like spoil it. Some of you, if you are familiar with them, you guys may already know about the things that he did. I don't know. But for me, I was not familiar. So this was shocking to me to see everything that she went through. When she met him, she already had, I believe, three kids. And they were like, she even had like a baby. So she met him when one of her children were like very, very young, like an actual baby. And then she had a couple of other kids. She was married to this guy. I feel like this lady, the way they're portraying her, and of course I am watching it as it, plays out. So I'm only through the 4th episode because that's all that's out. But the way that they show her, it's crazy because it's like all these men that she gets with, they are just not very good to her, overall. Like, I feel like in the beginning, they all kind of start out good, but then like they progressively just start treating her like crap in a way. The first guy that was her husband, I believe his name was Don. That guy, I don't know if that was that was not her first husband, but that was the husband that she was with when the show like started. But she had another husband too before the Don guy. But the Don guy, oh my God, the way he treated her, like it was just, I just felt so bad for her. And I know that it was just because of the times they were living in too. I know things were different and women didn't have the same type of rights, and things were just different. Like every time something happened, she felt like her career was going to be over. But yet and still, the men were doing all kinds of crazy things that were way, way worse. And all they did was get, patted on the back and praised for it. Example, the guy, George Jones, that she was with, this is the star, George Jones. He was the other guy in the movie, and he's like the star. He was a country music star as well. Now, he was a drunk, falling down on stage, just, doing the most. And they loved him, like his fans loved him. They praised him, and he just got away with it for the most part. I mean, of course, some outlets would say things about him, but the way they showed it in the movie, it was more like that's what his fans expected out of him. Whereas the woman, Tammy, she had to be perfect, nothing can be like out of place or anything because her career would be over. So she was like walking on eggshells to make sure nothing got out bad about her. And it's just, you just have to watch it to see what, and it'll make more sense once you watch it, but definitely watch this. They had, it's just everything that you want to see: sex, drugs, and rock and roll, like all the things that you look for that I look for. I apologize, not you look for it. I look for it. You may look for it, but I definitely look for it in a documentary. I like a juicy documentary. I love a life story on someone that has a lot of spice, and this is giving spice. Oh my goodness. All of the things that are happening in this relationship is so crazy. And it's not just the relationship. You also get to see like the music industry and a lot of the corruption that goes on, like behind the scenes. The music industry has always been the music industry. I mean, even today, you still hear about things going on in the music industry behind the scenes. So, they show a lot of that. And it's kind of sad to see what a lot of these artists go through when they're dealing with these, music executives and things like that. It's also like when you look at the money and stuff, and how a lot of times the money is just not there, and how they, like they're kind of like not honest with them about the way that they're going to get paid. Just all the corruption, all the things that it's like the big companies usually profit off the artists, and the artists usually don't get what they should be getting, kind of thing. It just shows all of that. But for the most part, it's talking about this relationship between Tammy and George, and how really she should have left him a long time ago. Like, I'm already 4 episodes in, and I'm like, she should have left him probably 2 episodes back. So I'm just trying to figure out like how this is gonna play out, because I have no idea. But it's so good, you guys. I'm kind of skating around a lot of the topics because I don't want to ruin it for you. Because what makes this so good for me is because I had no clue like about who these people were or what their backstories were. I didn't even know when I first started watching it. I didn't know that. I didn't read the description. I just knew that it was going to be like a documentary type story. And I confused it with Walk the Line. I thought it was going to be the same people who were in the movie Walk the Line. So I thought it was those singers. But actually, no, this is a totally different set of, totally different couple. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, so it's going to basically be about, it's like a remake. I was thinking, at any rate, I was pleasantly surprised to find out that this is a new couple, and they actually are, whoever did this movie, this series did amazing in casting everyone, from what I can tell. Now, I didn't know the original people, but I can say that it seems like, how sometimes when you're watching a series, like documentary type series, it seems really like corny, and it's like, I don't know if these people, are the right pick. These people genuinely seem authentic. Like, I feel like this is a good adaptation of what, it was like back then. As good as they can do. I mean, you can't duplicate the past, but I feel like they're giving us enough for us to feel like we know what happened back then, kind of thing. At any rate, it's a great series, guys. I mean, I am thoroughly enjoying it. Like, I'm almost like sad when it goes off, like, oh no, because for some reason Showtime is like giving us just one at a time. They're not just, I like when they just give us all the episodes, but I guess I understand why they're doing that. They're trying to stretch it out. I do enjoy binge watching and just finishing it when it's this good, because this one is that good that I just want to finish it. I want to know what's going to happen. And also, I'm trying not to read anything about these people too much, because I don't want to know what happens yet. I kind of want it to be a mystery, which is why, like, when I do recommend movies to you guys, I'm kind of as vague as I can be, because that's the fun of watching, not knowing what's going to happen, if in my opinion. But at any rate, check it out, guys. It's on Showtime. It's called George and Tammy, and it's about George Jones and Tammy Wynette. Those are the two stars. And for me, what I kind of learned from this, just a little takeaway, I feel like you have to really, really have confidence in yourself, as an individual when you're getting with another person. Because the one thing I noticed about Tammy, and I think this can happen to anybody, it seems like every time she got with these different men, she was at a very low point in her life, for whatever reason. So it's like she was very vulnerable. She had kids to feed. She was poor. She was, everything that makes you vulnerable, not having income, not having education, not having support, all the things that you need. And you look for that in your partner. And this can happen to a man or a woman, but in this situation, it is a woman. So I feel like this lady is looking for love in all the wrong places, kind of thing. And anyone that kind of shows her a little love, and especially if it's someone that has the means to give her, a support system, she's all in. And sometimes that's not the best for her in these situations, because it's proven time and time again that these men, oh my gosh, the things that they do to her, she does not deserve it. But I don't think she has enough confidence to realize it. Like, at this point, like, that, listen, this is not right. Get out, get out, get out. But at any rate, just watch it. If you guys have watched it, comment below. Let me know what you think. And if you know who these people are, do you think that this is a good representation of them? Do you think they did a good job with the little series? At any rate, again, it's on Showtime. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And until the next video, peace.